Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Dominion Gaming TV. My name is Wolf and I'm bringing to you some more Starcraft 2 action. Now, this is actually quite a treat for you guys, and you'll see who it's going to be between in a second, but if this Zerg player replies. But I'm happy to bring you a game from the NASL Season 3 Qualifiers, and yes, this is in fact the real MVPDRG, Gu, who is a brilliant Zerg. He's recently won MLG, and he's done that twice, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so let's just introduce these two players. Sporting on the top left-hand side, we have MVPDRG, Goose, spawning as the red Zerg. Now, spawning in the bottom right, I'm very proud to bring you, and this is pretty awesome, I must say. It's IMYang, and you may not know this guy. You may or may not. If you're a follower of you probably know him. But IMYang is, in fact, his home server is from SEA, which is my home server, and he's a Grandmaster here and a Grandmaster over on the NA server as well. And this is just absolutely awesome. And I quickly messaged him after he posted these replays and on the website for the SEA SE2 website, and I asked him, oh, could I cast these games? He was like, oh yeah, go ahead. And this is just awesome as. Now, from the looks of it, let's just bring this one up. From the looks of it, going to be either more than likely a Nexus first, hence why this probe is on the way, and may actually get there perfectly in time, and maybe a Ling. Probably, yeah, Nexus first, then more than likely going to be a Forge, and for DRG, sorry, it's going to be Pool, then Hatch, and so this is pretty standard play for both players. Maybe not with the Nexus first, but by the time that if DRG decided to power Lings here, by the time this was finished, Yang could probably have a cannon up by now. By the time these Lings get across the map. And speaking of the map is Ohana, and I probably should have said that earlier. The gateway is going down with the one block, one space for the Zealot to hold position, and no units will be able to get up. Cannon going down for Yang, and from the looks of it, it's just going to be standard as standard could be at this stage. But this is just going to be a special game that I'll actually bring a few more SEA games. But this is just a special game that I'm bringing to you guys because, hey, why not? It's a great game, and some SEA talent is pretty awesome, I must say. Now, the links are out, and the probe is going to be able to go down and see this third hatchery, and the probe more than likely going to die in a second. Now, the second hatch is now finished, and more than likely going to be waiting for that cycle to finish up to inject that lava at the same time. So inject. Oh no, the queen isn't at that hatchery because the second queen is on the way. I just realized that the queen gonna inject the lava. Now, no gas has been taken other than these two. Whoops. But not much has been mined out of them. Less than they obviously got taken at the same time. But no gas yet here for DRG. I'm wondering if he's going to be going for that roach style that seems to be happening a lot, or just like a big Ling roach sort of push. From the looks of it, it's just going to be that early third, because Zergs can get away with it these days, especially if a Zerg Forge fast expands, they can get away with that third Nexus, and if a Protoss gets greedy and goes for a really early third before no units, he can just get crushed. So this is pretty standard play from a Zerg, unless they're going to go for a 2-base power play and absolutely overrun the Protoss. Now, the Stalker is going out to the tower, but should probably get away there before he gets surrounded. The surround on the Stalker. Oh wow, Stalker could probably run away now. No, doesn't even pay his worth in minerals against those Zerglings. So that is a shame for Yang. Now, just droning them up here from the Zerg, aka DRG, which is, I'm quite excited to cast one of his games. I don't really do many high-level games that aren't like, I just don't really do many high-level games, and this is pretty awesome. I don't know, I just love it. Now 3 additional gates are going down for Yang here, and Pylon just over here to scout this general area. Might want to get this Stalker. Oh no, Stalker probably can't hit that from back there. I know, but it is forced back. Now the Chrono Boost is going on the 1 attack, so more than likely if he gets a Twilight Council to get that +2, just go for a massive gateway push and that just generally does a lot of damage. Or you could go for that the 4-gate Robo to counteract Roaches. Now the Roach Warren is on the way, and from what I've seen, this is pretty standard. But then again, it could be a little bit late. I'm not 100% sure. The Queen is out here to do that creep spread, and in Heart of the Storm there's a new creep spread animation which makes creep spread slightly slower but way more badass. Now the Zealots are forcing these Zerglings off of the watchtower all the time, and Yang just DRG just being a pain with these Zerglings. Now the pylon is set, forward pylons are set up over here, and DRG doesn't actually see it at all. A lot of Zealots being warped in here with a Robo behind it, and he's going to have to do a lot of damage if he doesn't get out these Roaches in time, and might actually end up killing this Queen. Queen, yeah. Probably should warp in a bunch of Stalkers, but no, a bunch of Zealots being warped in, and it's not going to be able to do a whole lot because these Queens can now kite Zealots all day. And the Roaches are about to pop, which will absolutely take out all of these Zealots with some micro. That's a lot of Roaches that are being spawned right here, right now. And DRG just needs to move back, move these Roaches around, kite them around, and the Zealots will die instantly. Now additional Zerglings are on the way, but the 3rd hatchery does get sniped, but all of these Zealots do end up dying. Now DRG would have seen this warp in on the low ground and will more than likely come up here and clean up these pylons. The 3rd hatch is back down while transferring his drones back to his main, probably going to long distance mine because he's almost saturated there. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, and probably saw this the 2nd pylon as well, taking a 4th base. Yang is now still only on the 2 bases, and losing all those Zealots has just set him back so far. Probably shouldn't overcommitted with that. Now the from the looks of it, it's going to be that that timing, that 2-base timing with just pumping out constant Immortals, which can absolutely take down a Zerg. But from the looks of it, DRG will be on that 4-base and will probably be able to out macro Yang. Now Yang should probably try and expand here, but then again, he is going for that 2-base timing, and I don't know. I just prefer to go for the macro long game versus a Zerg. Now the Stalkers do come over here and start that Overseer, and the Overseer does not actually find out what is happening in Yang's base. Now taking down all of these rocks to go for that 3rd base, and the model doing so much damage versus these rocks, 55 damage each shot, which is quite a lot, I must say. Now 10 Roaches are being morphed in from those lava, and probably going to be going for some sort of attack here. And then 3rd Nexus is going down. This would actually be a prime time for DRG to attack. Gonna be attacking the natural. Yeah, no. Coming back over here to the 3rd. And now the 4th hatchery is now up for DRG. And these Roaches just sitting over here having a party without the rest of the crew, because these are the cool kids in town while these guys get sent to die a miserable, miserable death. Now a push coming in, yes, no, yes, a push coming in here to the natural here of Yang's base, and all these Roaches will almost one-shotted that base. And these Roaches will be stuck here, but they can't. He can't actually do any attack versus them. And now the pylon does go down, which doesn't actually supply block Yang. Now the majority of his forces do come back down to the bottom left, and he does end up killing all of those Roaches. Now putting down another gateway. Now 24 Lings are on the way, which will be quite detrimental to Yang, simply because he has that he has so many Stalkers. Now +2 weapons, ground weapons is on the way, as well as ground attack 1 and ground melee attack and ranged attack 1. And from looks at Carapace is already finished. Now Pathogen Glands is on the way, so more than likely Infest is going to be made in the near future. Now this 4th base has been started to be mined from, and more than likely just going to be getting 3 drones on each of these extractors. Now DRG is going to be sitting out the front of Yang's base, and this Overseer is over here. It has actually probably seen absolutely everything that Yang is doing. And now let's actually have a look over here. He has actually seen absolutely everything. Now an engagement going to be happening over here at the third. I click there too late, but not a whole lot actually dies though. Nothing dies. Maybe one Zergling died, I do not know. But just going to be forcing DRG back. Now 6 infestors are on the way, as well as a Spire and a Hive. So more than likely going to be going into that Broodlord tech after this. Now +2 attack is a ranged attack is on the way for DRG, and some more infestors as well. So from the looks of it, he's going to be trying to end it here, but might actually just attack straight away, and because he is 200 supply, it might actually take another base and just set. Oh no, a bunch of spine crawlers going to be set up. I do not know. Yep, bunch of spine crawlers as I expected. Now there's quite a big base here, army, sorry, from Yang and DRG, but DRG will be able to outproduce him. These Zerglings are just going to be poking in here, and he now has scouted the infestors, I'm pretty sure of it, and going to be scouting these infestors. But all of these roaches are going to be able to snipe off all of these stalkers here, and blinking in forward again at an offensive blink. I don't really know why he did that. He just lost majority of those stalkers for no reason. Now cutting off so many Zerglings and roaches here. Quite a good force field actually, killing all of those lings and roaches, forcing DRG to have to remax on Zerglings. And now the greatest Spire is on the way, as well as the melee attack 1. But the one armor is also finished. Sorry for Yang. Now the offensive pylon is on the way. I'm just going to be moving in here to try and do some damage. He's actually got quite a formidable force versus what DRG has at the moment. I'm just going to be sniping off these creep tumors. Now he doesn't really want to be attacking this spot here though, but he's got quite the favorable concave here, and the infestor almost gets sniped. No, he does get sniped, and these spine crawlers will be able to just poke off. Now this ramp will be taken out, but Yang pushing up over here, but that's a lot of spine crawlers, and just going to be able to be fungled so easily. But the roaches are actually doing the damage they need. They're slowly going through that little spot there, but they're just getting funneled, and they're just going to die. Now a lot of damage here is for Yang is just reinforcing with so many stalkers and doing so much damage. Fungal does land on majority of the forces. Most of the sentries are going to die from this, and just so many force fields just killing so many of DRG's units. What could DRG do here? Additional Zerglings are being made at the moment, but all the infestors are dying, all the roaches are dying, and this has to be GG. There's so many units just oh my god, Yang just absolutely takes out all of DRG's units. The supplies say it all. DRG, GG's, and that is going to be game. Now, from the looks of it, Yang just staying in the game just for a little bit, soaking that win in. He once he probably saw that he was up against DRG, he was probably shitting himself, but I would be too. But then again, Yang is quite a good player. So that is game 1 of a best of 3 for the for a qualifier into the NASL 3. I'm pretty sure it was a qualifier. If I get that wrong, please tell me in the comment section below. But he absolutely just annihilated MVP's DRG on Ohana. I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.